How's the internet? I think I have shitty internet connection. Hello, can anyone hear me? Okay, so today we're going to be streaming. I don't have a camera just because I can't get it to work, but hopefully everyone can hear my voice and hopefully the quality isn't so bad. So what we're going to do is I'm working on some traditional pieces right now, and we're going to be animating this shot, right? So there's kind of a nice sweeping action, a nice action shot. I can show you guys the progress we've made so far. So here's kind of the full project unedited, or like the full project that I'm working on, right? It's kind of just a fight scene, and I'm kind of dropping in the pieces as they get finished, right? So that's the one we're doing today. And then these are all the other ones. Oh, nice. There's Robert. How's it going, man? Nice for you to join our stream. Right, and we get up to there. And then I got to continue it, but that's fine. So let's go back to this shot. And I'm doing this in Procreate kind of because it's very portable, right? So I can kind of work on this from anywhere, and it really helps like for me to actually get this done. All right. So let's make this our background, this ground. And let's get our key poses in. Anyone else ever use Procreate in animation? Right, and a few rules that I made for myself to actually get this this shot done is overall there only could be 2 characters, right, to kind of keep things simple. I'm going to be doing the animation on like 3s and 4s. And I'm not really going to be cleaning up my work. So I'll do a rough pose, a tie down pose, or a tie down pass, and then that's it. And then we go into color and shadow and stuff. Right, so little things like that hopefully will help me actually complete this in like a timely manner, so it doesn't take me like 10 years. Right, if you're just joining in, and you know, ask any questions you want. You know the drill. We might do an extra long stream today, just because I have some time off, right? So why not? Why not work on a personal project and do some live streaming? If I'm too annoying with these, I can just stop. Also, let me know, guys, if the screen moving around is getting too like sickening. I'll try and slow down my hand movements. So normally, Robert, you're working in our normal stream times, so it's good that you caught this one. Right, so even though I'm not tying things down, or sorry, even though I'm not cleaning up things, it's making me be a little more cautious of what I'm tying down, right? So my tie down drawings aren't as loose as they normally are. Turn that off. Oops. Just to kind of make sure they still look good. I made a web series, what would it be about? Well, honestly, I'm working on a few ideas to actually make one. But what I've always wanted to do is either make like a space like epic series, something kind of like just like cool adventures in space with cool aliens and cool planets and creatures and stuff, or like a nice like a zombie show. I always love those post-apocalyptic shows. So probably about those two. Those two topics would be my main ones. Yeah, who knows? Like maybe one day you can actually do it, right? My skills are getting a little bit better. And hopefully by finishing a few smaller projects, it's going to give me some confidence to tackle something really big like that. So I'm in no rush, but yeah, what about that's what I want to do. What about you, Robert? I know you're working on a series as well. What would your ideal web series be? Or even anyone else watching? And maybe I can show you guys after, but this piece that I'm working on right now, I've been planning it for so long. Like, I think it's been at least 2 years that I've been trying to get this done. And for whatever reason, I get started and then I stop. Right? And then I look back at my work and I'm not happy with it. And then I say, you know what, maybe I'll restart. Right? And we kind of start from square one. And this time it feels a little different. And I think the reason is because I took way more time to kind of plan, actually learn how to draw these characters, do like posing sheets or expression sheets and stuff like that. Really like nail down like a style before I start animating. And with all that in place, it actually is going really fast and it's feeling really good to see it all come together. What did you say, Robert? Well, sci-fi with my female robot for trying to prove results. Oh, geez. So you've given this a lot of thought, eh? That's like a super deep plot. Robert's always creating some new characters. Nice, man. We'll have this fist. Like this. Speaking of web series or whatever, I just recently watched that Arcane show, or like one episode of it. It's really good. The visuals are literally like nothing I've ever seen before. And there's so much character acting that shines through in the characters. You almost forget it's animated. Like, it's really, really good. Okay. Right, we'll draw this. And then, see, I drew the feet, but the feet aren't going to show. So we'll go like that. And then we'll show the underside there. Is it an advanced shift? Wow. Yeah, those sound like really great ideas, Robert. Like, I feel that could be a Netflix series right now. So careful who you give these ideas to. I'm just joking. Nice. And it's kind of nice to, take a break for some cutout animation, do some traditional as well. And I kind of like to use try and adapt my cutout process to these traditional shots. Some things I like better, some things are still more annoying. But, I still don't know what I like better, cutout or traditional. We'll knock that down. Right, first frame. I don't want the lines to be too uniform. So we'll just go in, right? Thicken up a few lines. Vary that line weight. I'm going to come back in. I'm thinking I'm going to do all the animation and the color in Procreate. But then I'll do the all the compositing in Toon Boom. So I think that nice balance will be really good for this. All right. Right, and that layout I posted like the other day, that was for this. So I think I really found a nice, simple style that I can actually draw, and it doesn't look too bad. So that was my big concern with the layouts, because I really don't know how to do that. But I think if you keep it simple, it works. Yeah, why not? Yeah, like it's weird because like when you say faster, it is, but it's not like super fast. Like cutout animation, it still takes a lot of time to do. You're just saving a lot on the inking and the coloring, you know? That's where you really get most of your money back. Because like once you do the animation, it's done, right? You don't gotta trace over the lines. All right. And for this, yeah, it's on threes, mostly most of the animation. So I really have to be like economical with my frames. If things start to look a little too muddy and I'm adding frame after frame, I got to rethink what I'm doing. And so far, that kind of thinking has been pretty good, right? The animation's looking okay, and it's pretty fast. To kind of get it done. And also for these poses, I used a cool reference book. I'll share the image after in the Discord. But it has just like a bunch of sequences, fighting sequences that you can use for reference. It's like some Japanese book. I don't even know what it's called, but it's really useful. It has it from like different angles, right? Yeah. Like I feel cutout. A lot of people say, hey, they don't want their cutout to look like cutout animation. They want it to look hand drawn. And that kind of became, I think, the standard. So good cutout animation should look hand drawn. And there's enough tools in Toon Boom where it's possible. It's possible to get those results um, on like a TV budget. So it's pretty cool. Swoop this in like that. Right? I guess it's just more battling with the rigs, right? You really need to trust in like your process and cutout animation, or it can become a real nightmare. Okay, let's get this guy here. Right. I think again that was a huge difference for this as well. Like I actually took time to learn how to draw these characters. Like I got some poses off the internet and I kind of drew them in the poses. And now when I'm animating here, I don't have to look at the references much. You know, I can kind of just draw the proportions. I know how to draw the heads. And it's saving me so much time, and they're actually looking more like a cohesive character from shot to shot. Yeah, you and everyone else, Robert. That's the goal. Like I recently did a test for a studio. Like I can't say which one, obviously, because NDAs and stuff. And this is actually pretty common, I think, because what they used is the rigs. They used rigs and hand drawn animation. It's kind of similar to what we did on Gary and his demons. Like part of the character is a rig, and then you draw in the other parts. So you kind of get the best of both worlds, right? Okay, let's really make his chest open up like this. Yeah, and let me know, guys, if this, zooming in and out is too distracting. Just let me know, and I'll stop doing it so much. I'll be slower. So here, right, and if you haven't noticed, of course, these aren't my characters. It's supposed to be Jon Snow versus the Night King, and they're kind of fighting like over the wall in that frozen wasteland zone. That was the idea I had in my head. Like I figured they never really gave us a good showdown between those two guys in the actual show. So I figured why not make it myself? Hmm. Right, there's the inside of his cape. Right, he steps forward. We'll have more. Yeah, we'll have it trail like that. Oops. Anyone else working on anything cool? You guys can share it in the Discord. I always love to see what everyone else is doing. Okay, we can get rid of these. Get rid of those. And also this. Right, 2 keys, and then he's gonna swipe right through. I mean, this is pretty much like animated. We just gotta add a few things. And that's also a thing too. I really focused on having like tight storyboards and like a tight animatic. That way the animation process is basically just like, cleaning up some lines and then adding a couple drawings just to kind of get that nice ease in, ease out. But I really want this to feel hand drawn. Like I want there to be boiling lines. I think that's really going to help with like the cool feel. It's going to feel cool. One, two, three. Right, I'm not too worried about things looking accurate, and it's a good thing too. There's a lot of movement in a lot of these shots, so you can get away with quite a bit. Also, update on the rigging course, guys. I'm almost done filming. Today we just got through the actual turnaround part. So now I just got to film like creating the master controllers and packaging the rig. Then I got to edit it. So, but we're almost done. We're almost done filming, so it's coming along. Progress is coming along. Yeah, they do actually. I can show that after, maybe in another video. There's like a node, or at least the studio I have, or the studio I worked at. Like there's like a Toon Boom like tech guy. He kind of made like a set of nodes that you can just drop into your scene, and it automatically boils the lines for you. But I think what it is just like a turbulence. It's just turbulence. It's like a turbulence node that you kind of apply to just the line art. I used to know how to do it. I can't remember how to do it right now. I got to look it up. I think Brain has a good video on it, obviously. She has a good video on everything. But I don't know. I like it, but I also don't like it. Like it kind of looks. It's hard to look right because you can kind of tell what's happening. Like it doesn't really look like the lines are boiling sometimes, or sometimes they boil too much, and it gets really distorted. So you got to be careful with it. Like I think I can tell when people use it in their, on their stuff. You can tell like, oh, that's a procedural boil. But it is way faster than redrawing everything like 4 times. What I wish Toon Boom had is, see this in Procreate. If you hold down, you make like a stroke, and you hold it down, it like makes a perfect line. I wish Toon Boom had that. That would be huge. All right. Oops. Sometimes it's too good. We'll go like this, right through. All right, there's the sweep. I should get rid of this. It's actually so cool. Like there's like a whole other side of Toon Boom, like being like a technical director. You know, it's like coding, and you can make your own custom tools. It's really insane. Like if you're good enough, you can like just be a developer and just make custom tools for studios that need them. And like some of the stuff, it's like, what? How did you even do that? You know, like we have one at the other studio. They a few studios I've worked at have this. It's like an automatic line thickness adjuster. So if you ever need to adjust line thickness, you just like select everything in the scene, just press a few buttons, and it adjusts the line thickness to whatever you want for every single element. It's like super, super useful. Okay. Yeah, right? The line thing, wouldn't it be? Like Toon Boom's lines, they have that automatic like line stabilizer, which actually works really good. It kind of gives you like a false sense of, you know, of how good your actual skills are. Like I can't draw a straight line to save my life, but in Toon Boom, I can, because those line stabilizer things. All right. I'll add some like swipe effects after. I'm still debating if I should do it in Procreate or in Toon Boom, like the actual effects. I might do it in Toon Boom. All right. We got a nice sweep. I also watched, for reference for this, Mulan, where she sweeps the guy at the end. That's what kind of came to my mind when I was doing this. Yeah, it kind of sucks that, you know, working in the industry, you got to sign all these NDAs. Because I was thinking the other day, I would have loved to be able to live stream like my work with you guys. But unfortunately, it's not possible unless I want to get fired or something. Oh well, so you got to settle for this stuff. There you go. Oops, too small. Yeah, I'm like, I hate to say this, but animating in Procreate, it just makes Sketchbook look like shit. I don't think I would ever switch back. I think I say this every time I use Procreate. Like the only shitty thing is you need like an iPad for it, but the actual app itself isn't that expensive. It's like $10 and you get like lifetime access. And I think they're like developers or whatever, they're so much more active than the people at Sketchbook. They're constantly updating it. There you go. Oops. Adding like new bug fixes, new features. Okay. Okay. Right, he doesn't have to be too detailed. Oh shit, but what I do need is these shoulder pads thingies. Yeah. Honestly, though, it feels so good to work on, personal work and actually be happy with it. It's like a feeling I'm not really used to. Right? It's crazy. Like, really appreciate the time off when you get it because it doesn't come around too often in this industry. Right? And then the foot goes back just like that. Delete that. Looking good, looking good, looking good. And then this is just the settle. So I think the hardest part, and maybe not, because it's going to be a quick cut. All right. So let's draw exactly what we see here. And then we could finally start. I'm going to say in between, maybe add a few breakdowns. But we kind of already did the heavy lifting when we boarded this out. Right. And it's also so nice that I could just work on this anywhere I go. Oops. So right, see, I don't really want any lines like this. When I start to do that, just delete the line, try again. Because I'm not coming back in to clean this up. Like this is it. Anyone also ever watch what is it? Because I have to watch a bunch of shows for some reference this week for that test. Anyone ever watch Cyberpunk 2099 or something? It's called like Edge Walkers, Edge Running. But that's also a cool looking show. Like the backgrounds they have, the cyberpunk whatever style, it's so detailed, it's so cool. Okay. Let's turn that off. I'm just going to delete that. Right, and then he falls. Oops. Just a lot of switching layers is what I don't like about Procreate. Like it's not really all in front of you. It's all pretty hidden. So you got to select the layer, you know. Choose your brush. Select the layer again. I could actually put my onion skin on so I can kind of see what's going on here. There we go. Yeah, and even that other show, we've been working on the rig a few live streams ago. That's also still in development. We're still creating some characters. We're still trying to nail down the script for our first pilot episode. But it's also nice because I'm using that character, or at least one of the characters from that idea, for our like rigging class that I'm also doing. So we're kind of doing like 2 birds, 1 stone kind of thing. And then he puts his foot down here. Right. And I'm kind of like, I think the actual in-betweening process is a little harder in traditional animation because you got to think a little bit more. The computer doesn't do as much work for you. But it's also less annoying because you don't have to, like, what you draw is what you get, basically. You don't have to deal with anything in the rig, like flying all over the place, or, you know what I mean? Okay. So that's looking good. Those we'll say those are our key poses. I'm going to start in betweening them. For this, it's good to have some reference. You guys can't really see it on the screen, but I'm looking up that book to kind of really see what I want here. So I really want him to, ouch, like ease in. And then I still need to decide if I'm going to show him actually like hit his legs. And then we'll ease out there. Okay, new frame. So what we want here is like his shoulders going to drop. He's going to be turning. But I'm also going to drag this arm back, I think. Yeah, so we'll do it like this. Let me undo that. He'll turn, right? Let's undo that. Hang on, I gotta check how much battery I have left. 54%. Whoops. Don't want to enter my passcode on a live stream. Here, his arm is going to kind of drag behind like this. See how that looks. And this arm is going to like lead this action. Maybe it's going to come across like this. Let's turn this down. Let's play. Looking okay. We got to adjust the timing a little bit. Then I got to do something with this sword. Use this distort. So maybe I want him to drop down a bit before he comes up. No, I don't. I don't want that. What I want is his head to come kind of like this on the side. Maybe more in the middle. Let's see. Get that in there. Oh, nice, man. How's it going, Tyler? Just in time to watch me struggle through this shot. How are you, man? How are things? I want to have my reference open as I draw. There we go. That's better for me. We'll go here. We'll have it like this. And I'll move him over. Oh, nice, dude. What you doing? What you animating? Head's too big, I think. I kind of have the arm out like this instead. gonna hold this for like on threes. Okay, it's looking good, sort of. Oh, nice, man. That sounds pretty fun. I'd love to see it if you can, if you're allowed to post it. I'm not sure if you are. That's super cool. Is it all rigged characters, Tyler? Is it all cutout animation? There we go. We'll make the head a little smaller. Right, and here, what I'm thinking, if something's not working, I really don't want to try and like force it, you know? Like I want to just keep moving forward. If it doesn't work, I'll try a different pose or something. Or, you know, I can't be afraid to erase what I've already done. Yeah, we'll call this a breakdown. I'll have this, his knuckles. There's the sword. There you go. We'll get some nice perspective. Go like that. Okay, nice. Ah, okay. Mashup of greats and traditional. Nice, man. I feel so many more people are working that way now. It's always like a mix. So here, I'm actually gonna try and keep this right as close to my previous drawing as I can. We'll have this start to step down. I'll have that arm really drag back. So it like whips around. I'm liking that. All right, for our foreground guy, he's gonna be planted, I think. I'm not really gonna move him too much. Oh, nice. We've almost been at this a full hour. It's only 6 o'clock. Right, just tracing over. He doesn't need to move yet. right? He just got punched in the stomach, right? That's the kind of the context here. So he's hunched over, and then our character in the back goes for like a cheeky little sweep. Yeah. Where are you? Where are you watching from? Oh, sorry, my eye. So funny with the time difference. All right. So he's coming in. I think I'm gonna delete this frame, so it'll be 2. And this one is held for too much. Like, I don't need all these frames. What I'm thinking, we'll delete one. I'll add a frame right in the middle. This is probably going to be on ones. A quick kind of sweep here. I'm going to have his knee kind of fall to the side, like that. Ah, okay, from Texas. Nice. Right, and we'll really, I don't think I'm going to show him sweeping the actual foot. I feel every time I do something like that, it takes away from the like the impact. So I'm just gonna really hold on this frame. Right, something real quick. That looks good. Or maybe I could do like a speed line or something like that. So here, it's all kind of gonna stay like close to the previous frame. Even with this, like maybe I'll even keep this back here. See how that looks. Yeah, this is honestly the first fight scene I've pretty much ever done. Like a full, complete one. They're so hard to do. I saw a course um, that's just for fight scenes, and I'm still debating if I should get it or not. It's pretty expensive. It's like $300, so maybe not. But it looks pretty cool. Like apparently they go through everything, like how to plan multiple characters, how to choreograph your scenes. So maybe in the future. For this, I kind of just used like movies. I have this cool book as well that I used. But yeah, I love a good fight scene. So what I need to do, this getting dragged back isn't really working. So I'm just gonna have it maybe kind of shoot forward instead, something like this. Right, that's a nice pose. Right, and this is how I work. Really rough at the beginning. Okay, I'm liking that actually. And now our second guy, let's just connect those. He's going to be taking a step forward. Right, so he's gonna land here on this foot. Right before he gets taken out. Right, so we can pretty much... Oh, did we forget his head? Yeah, I forgot his head. Man, I live with this thing. Like, ever since I got this iPad, I've just been able to create so much more whenever I want. I love it, man. I was debating if I should get one, but then as soon as I learned that you need it to do Procreate, I was like, oh, fuck. I guess I'm sold. So sweep. What I want to do, I need another frame here. And I need him to like carry that momentum. So he sweeps. I'm gonna say his like body's gonna come down. His legs are gonna be up like this. We'll have this thing pop up. And same here, maybe something like that. Hold it for 2, maybe. That looks better if you hold it. I think we'll have him go up a little bit in the air. I'm not really good at like landing stuff. Okay, not bad. And then we'll go this guy. This is just going to be I think an in-between. Like his head isn't really going to move. There you go. Yeah, this is basically just an in-between here. I'll probably make this bigger so I can do it after. This will all stay the same, I want to say. We'll just get like these folds changing. Right, a little bit of the bottom side of the foot. Ooh. The fall's a little weird. We're gonna hold it maybe on threes. Let's hold it on threes. See how that looks. Can you, oh, sorry. Let's zoom so far. I think I need one more in between from here to here. Actually, let's try this. Let's move this guy down instead of up. Right, let's see what happens there. I think maybe we don't hold this for as long. I might need to look up some reference on actual people falling. Let's see if I could find something. Oh, perfect. I got a good one. So. What I'm going to do is I'll get rid of this. I'm going to do it like this instead. I'll have his arms go like this. Right? His foot is going to be in the air. Something like this. And then his arm is going to go up. That might sell this fall a little bit more. This hand is going to extend right as it comes to the floor. I like that line of action better too. Okay, getting somewhere. His head will be here, right? That's the top of his head. Right, that's his little thing that he's wearing. Okay. Right, that's his body. Whoops. Oh yeah. I honestly can't even. I'm so surprised about the number of people who even film themselves when they work or shoot reference. I much prefer to just find it, like like videos already made or something. Whenever I shoot reference, it never comes out good. I'm always so stiff on camera. Like I'll act things out 100%, but I never actually film myself. That's like his shirt flying up. We'll get, that's his foot. There. Oh, everyone's home. Can you delete this? Take a look. Yep. Looks a little strange. Maybe because here his arm isn't extended. Maybe that'll look a little better. How does it? What do you guys think? It looks strange because maybe I'll make him. Maybe he's too big. Let's see. Oops. Maybe rotate a bit. I basically do. I work from my basement, which is pretty much like an underground bunker. There you go. It's also freezing down here. That's why you see me in my videos. I'm wearing like a bunch of sweaters and shit like that. Here's kind of what I'm trying to do. What is wrong? I want his like. It's weird. How does he get from there to there? So what I'll do, maybe instead of having, whoops, this over here, I'll have his leg kind of already be coming down like that or something. think he's just too big. Looks weird. Okay, I mean, I like that for now. So we can go here. Maybe we'll have him bounce. I think we're almost done this guy. All right, we'll just bounce the legs. Kind of use this warp tool. Oh, that bounce adds a lot. It's a little too slow though. So here, I'm gonna have his shirt drag up. Drag it like that. I'm gonna make this on ones, this on ones, and he slams down. What if I make it all on ones? Make it 16 frames a second. Oh no, that's too fast. Like, I want to hold this frame. Threes. Threes. Hmm. Yeah, that's looking okay. Maybe this isn't on ones. We'll have it on twos. Yeah, I think that's good. Right, it's sweeping across. We have to play around with the timing a little bit. So far, that's done. So let's do animated MP4. Export it. Let's throw it in here. And see how it looks. Okay, so let's play it one more time. We got this guy. They're facing off. Ooh. That looks good. Right? It actually all fits pretty well. Nice, guys. All right. Well, that's enough for this stream. Thanks for joining. Just a quick one, you know. But yeah, I'll see everybody in the next one. We're working on a few things on this channel, so stay tuned. You know, a lot of stuff coming. All right, guys. Have a good one.